Ladies and gentlemen, David Lemon here today again with another Groove LemonAid. This means I sit down here and I wait for your questions to be answered. So it's good to have you all here. For today, we are going to be doing freestyle. That means that I don't have a list of questions that I asked in the group previously to the actual live start happening. So everybody that is on here that joins us will be able to get their questions answered as soon as you post them in, almost instantly, as they say. So I'm looking forward to this session. Consider this as an open door session where you basically have some questions. You can come on, ask them, and then when you're sorted, it's done and dusted. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that we wrapped up yesterday with the Fast Start Marketing Lab. This was an intensive course with almost every day being something like, for example, this is just a February calendar. We had a January calendar which was like beefed up, and almost every day was action, and it was great. If you haven't joined it, you kind of missed quite a lot. It was awesome. And not only that, the members got their magazines as well, those who purchased into the magazine offer that was happening a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, it was we wrapped up yesterday with a Q&A with Mike and Donna. We had a lot of interesting questions, but for those of you that were not there, I'm going to be doing the Q&A for you today and also the next week. So let's just see here. There are already some questions coming in, so let's just have a look. Wei is saying, hello David, I want to use the icon button, but the icon cannot change to the left side. Yes, so we did a small change to the icon button, and I believe this needs to be still adjusted. The icon button was set, and you cannot move it to the left and the right if you made the size of the button bigger. Now that is an option, but I believe the changing the icon to the left is a small bug that the devs know about already, so that is on the to-do list. So that is going to be worked on soon. Let's have a look. Jay, how can I change the default fonts to add colors to the color palette in GroovePages? Also, is there a slider element for the home page? If you're talking about the slider element like in the background, so yeah, that you can put on top basically content like buttons and text and things like that. We don't have a slider element for the background. We do have a carousel element where you can put in like images for your gallery and things like that, but we don't have something that will go in the background. Putting colors in the color palette is also not an option at this moment. You can see the colors that were offered on there, but what we are working on is setting up your color palette previously before starting the actual build on your pages. And let me see if I can actually find. There was a start in the Groovion. Mike started showing the actual demo of GroovePages, but I think he may skipped over that part. So let me see if I can find it in order to show you how it will look like. We are working on a couple of different things. The core functionality was done. Basically the functionality that we need right now, as most of the things were already added. So in case we change something in GroovePages, that will not be a drastic change to the core functionality. So that allows us to go a couple of steps further and modify it a little bit better. So let me see if I can find that little mock-up. I will need to look for it, but I believe I can find it by the end of this session. So basically, we have a mock-up where you can click in different things, and it allows you to go and see how the GroovePages page builder will look like. Let me just have a look and see if this is the one. Okay, so that's just a Groove option. Figma. Let's just do this. Give me just 1 second. I want to show you something cool because I believe This was supposed to be shown on the Groovium, but it just got a little bit too delayed, and we never got the chance to show it. Let's have a look. GrooveBlog, GroovePages. I can find the one that Mike showed as well on the live stream, but I cannot find for the Groove pages. I'll need to get that, and for the next time I can show you. It is very cool, and it will be understandable. So basically what you will be able to do is, like in some other page builders, you can set up the different elements, like the heading size, the heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the paragraph. You can change the different colors, different fonts, different basically you can set up everything before you start working, and once you start working, it will just put in all those details, like all the fonts that you set up previously, all the colors that you set up previously. It will already show up everything inside the dashboard. I don't think I have the newest mockup on there, so I'm just going to need to get that for the next time to show you, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to show you something, but I don't have access to those new mockups. Anyway, something for next time. Cool. Let's see the next question. How many pages can I create with the one page? I still have 13 pages more. Is not possible. GrooveFunnels cannot save the 14th page. Which app? I believe you're talking about GroovePages. I have accounts. I have accounts where I have almost 200 and something pages within one site. So 14 pages is not something that it should be having issues with. I don't know what causes that, and if you have any error message or anything way that shows up, please report to support. But at this moment, there are no limits on the number of pages that you can create, even with a free account or the paid account. And I've seen our own account of Groove. It has also like 50 something pages, which is like very very hard to navigate through different pages. But yeah, it's not a limit of 15 or 14. Yeah, Stripe is not integrating, and we tried everything. I don't know what this is for and what is the yes. Stripe is not integrating, and we tried everything. Please record a video on how you tried integrating, so that I can have a look. At this moment, I don't know who you are. I cannot see who is writing this message. So in case this is you, please head over to streamyard.com/Facebook. Once you approve this, once you actually click on this link, you can see it also in the description. Would it be on the left or the right? Anywhere. You can click on that link, and it will allow you to just go approve, so that I can see your name and the last name, and basically your profile details. So we can look into it. But Stripe is integrating. Everything is okay with Stripe. There are no issues right now. So it could be just something with the setup. So let me have a look into it. Just record a short video about your setup and how you did that, and then I can have a look. Base styles is going to be a killer. Yeah, so we're going to have base styles, like setting up before you start everything. You can have the header set up, the different color palettes set up. We are also going to be working on a global header and footer. That is also on the to-do list. And it's just like a lot of things are happening and planned for the future, but it's just have a kind of a flow to it. So one feature needs to be done in order to have the other feature, and so on. I'm getting referrals as an affiliate, but not getting emails. Has the system changed? No, not that I know of. If you have marked our emails as spam, or if you unsubscribe for some reason, then you wouldn't be getting those. But it should be working fine. So have a look if you maybe have some filters or something that you did maybe in your inbox. It should be sending them. If not, then just please report or create a support ticket so that they can look into this one for you. I don't really know what could cause this in case there was nothing. We didn't change anything in our system though, so I don't know what could cause this. Can I fix the desktop style and mobile style? Yes. I don't know what exactly are you referring to, but yes. So in case you could maybe extend your question, like what exactly desktop style and mobile style do you mean? Then I could maybe assist you further. Edsel is writing, can I use my domain in 2 sites created in GroovePages? I have 2 funnels in different sites, same domain, but one doesn't publish, says domain is not available. You cannot do 2 sites on one domain. It's like, that cannot be. But I'm wondering, why do you have 2 different funnels in 2 different sites? Like, wouldn't be, if you want to have everything on one domain, like just have it in the same dashboard. So how GroovePages functions is when you create a site that will be connected with one root domain. That's it. You cannot use that root domain for something else, for creating another site or something else, because with the new publishing functionalities, we need to restrict one site to one root domain. Or if you want to have, you can have one root domain and you can have a subdomain for another site. So that can be working, but my suggestion would be just transfer your funnel, just click the share icon, or you cannot do that anymore. You would need to recreate it in the actual funnels of the page of the site that you have already connected to the domain, because yeah, it will not work in case you want to publish it on the same domain, unfortunately. Let's have a look. JP Concept. Hi, David. Can I create blog page on my GrooveKart site? You can create it just as a normal page, but it's going to be serving as a purpose of as a blog post. But you don't have like a proper blogging features like categories and different taxonomies and different I don't know, URL structure and things like that. So in case you want to create a page that will serve as just a blog post, you can do that. However, if you create a blog using GrooveBlog and you link that to your GrooveKart site, that's going to work better. The categorization is going to be already sorted. The way when you publish a post, the post will come on top and the rest will go a little bit lower, is already sorted in GrooveBlog. So you can use it together, but there is no, GrooveKart is one software that creates a shopping e-commerce store. It doesn't have to have an inbuilt blogging system. Shopify has that because they're just one platform and they wanted to have everything inbuilt, but doesn't have to be inbuilt. People coming from WordPress and from Shopify are used to having everything on the same place, but it doesn't have to be on the same place. If it is connected to the domain, to the same domain, which GrooveBlog will be able to do very soon, then you basically have everything sorted. How can I increase the font size on the left side widget? Don't use the left side widget for increasing the font size. The text editor, whenever you select something with your mouse, when you're typing in text and you select it with your mouse, and if you change the text sizes there, those are override modes. Those are like those will not be responsive. So don't use those for sizing. You can use that for bolding text, italic. You can use that for a lot of different features. But since we changed the responsiveness mode, like I believe last year, if you select the text with your mouse and you make it like 65 pixels, that will stay 65 pixels on all the devices, and you'll not be able to make it more mobile responsive. So don't use that. For if you're sizing the text, just use the right hand side panel where you have the font selector and the color and things like that, and there you actually size it using the slider. Here's a long question. Hey David Lemon, I love you. I love the way you teach. Thank you. Is there a way to link the checkout form in GrooveKart to MailChimp? I can't see a way to do it. If you integrate MailChimp with GrooveKart, does the integration merge with GroovePages, or you have to manually integrate it to GroovePages also? Can you use the same domain in GrooveKart and GroovePages? Thank you. Okay, so Zoila, there is a couple of things that you will be able to do, but when you're doing a checkout of somebody, there is no way to actually add them immediately to MailChimp, and I don't really suggest that. You can do something like that using GrooveSell, and you can add those people to a MailChimp list, but I don't necessarily suggest that because people don't really know that they are getting added to a list. So there would need to be a double opt-in or something like that so that it is legally allowing you to do that. Is there a way to link the checkout form in GrooveKart to MailChimp? No, at this moment, MailChimp in GrooveKart serves as email marketing, just for marketing purposes, like sending out newsletters and things like that. There's no e-commerce functionality within MailChimp that is connected right now to GrooveKart. If you integrate MailChimp with GrooveKart, does the integration merge with GroovePages? No, that's just separate. Right now, we're working on or we are going to be having one unified platform where if you integrate something with GrooveFunnels, it is going to be integrating with GrooveKart. But when we started GrooveKart, it was started much before GroovePages and everything else, and it is on a different code. It is coded differently. The structure is different. It just doesn't work very well with the newest apps that we are continually adding on. We're developing GrooveKart further, and then we are looking into ways to actually have that function as a one whole big family. But at this moment, they are considered as separate, and separate integrations are for GrooveKart and separate are for the rest of the apps, just because of the age and how it was actually built from the beginning. You're also asking about integrating to GroovePages. So GroovePages, if you integrate MailChimp with GroovePages, that is going to be on the GrooveFunnel side of things. But if you integrate MailChimp with GrooveKart, that's going to be on the GrooveKart side of things. So there are still separate platforms. So they don't communicate between each other right now. Can you use the same domain in GrooveKart and GroovePages? You can. You can do it. However, at this moment, it requires a little bit more manual process. With a new publishing functionality that we have added on last week, it is going to be made simpler. You'll be able to connect a domain, and then you decide if you would like to add on, I don't know, your main domain, like domain.com, to GroovePages or GrooveKart or whatever, and then you can create subdomains like something.yourdomain.com in order to connect with different apps like a blog or a membership and things like that. There is a way, in case you search on YouTube, connecting a custom domain to GrooveKart. There's a James Jerningan created a video on that one. So James Jerningan on how to use a subdomain with GrooveKart so that you have your website on the main domain and a subdomain on GrooveKart. But that is a hack, and some things may change in our system that will just not allow you to have the same type of a link structure anymore, and that's why I don't really suggest you to do that right now. That's just something that I wanted to say. Okay, cool. Let's just go on to the next question. How can I increase the font size? Okay, I believe I answered that already, Sam. Thank you very much. Once is more than enough for posting your comments. Usman, hi David. I put my question about nav menu on Facebook, but I'm watching on YouTube, so maybe you'll not see uh, my name there. I put my question nav menu. What nav menu? Okay, maybe on the post that was the announcement post. Usman, if you're here, maybe you can just repost it here so that I don't like need to now search for that post. This is a thing which I don't really like with this Facebook timeline feature. You put something on there like an announcement, and in like 2 minutes it's just like way down at the bottom of the page because things are happening so quickly, and it's like a news site when you come to Facebook. It just disappears very quickly. So you need to use the search function to find it, or you need to scroll down all the way. Okay, there's another question. How can I use GrooveSell affiliates to sell my products? How can I use GrooveSell affiliates to sell my product? Okay, GrooveSell is for selling your own product. If you would like to create an affiliate program, there is a tutorial for that. If you type in GrooveSell affiliate or affiliate program, GrooveSell or something like that into YouTube, you will find a way to actually create your affiliate system, create the promo tools for that, and start sharing out. That's just the way to do it. At this moment, I will not go through the whole setup because it is quite extensive and there is some settings you need to be careful of. So I suggest you have a look into that video. There are videos from other groovesters and groovers, as people call them, like other people that use Groove. They created their own videos as well. Mine is more of a lengthy video, but it has also timestamps below it, so in case you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can just jump through different sections. So just search on YouTube GrooveSell affiliate system or affiliate product GrooveSell something, you will find it there. Okay, I built my page on desktop style. I switched to mobile. It looked not perfect, and if I clone the page, it be not the same. Yeah, so you need to style it on different devices differently, because when we had the previous version of the responsiveness, you created most people created all the changes on all the devices, and whenever they switched to different screens, those changes were not applied. So now the changes of styling apply to all screens, but then when you do the sizing and spacing, for example, a spacing on a desktop will not look the same thing as on a mobile. So if you move something on a desktop a little bit down on a mobile, it will create a huge gap. So this way, what we have right now, this responsiveness, is not perfect, but it allows you to actually not need to go and do the different spacing and sizing options and fix things on each and every device, but you can just style it as you would like. So my suggestion, build your pages on desktop and really style the elements like you want. Like if you create a button, make sure that the button text size is the same on all devices, and then you can tweak them on smaller devices to be maybe smaller. If you put rounded borders and colors and things like that, that will be applied to all screen sizes. Then once you're done with creating your elements and putting them on place, you can just make sure that the mobile devices and the smaller devices look nice. If you want to move faster, I suggest you use pre-made blocks and pre-made templates. There you basically have everything set up, so you just pop in your content and then you're good to go. So there is a lot of different ways to move quickly using templates with blocks, and blocks is just the right way to go right now. We want to make it super easy for everybody, even the new people that join in. They just select the block and start editing it. For those people that are looking to create some more custom designs, this kind of structure is going to be a little bit more work for them. But again, I would just use the wireframe blocks or any kind of other pre-made blocks that cover the wide variety of different styles and layouts, just to use that. I know that the design team is working on even more blocks that we will be adding on in the header section, call to action section, in the all kinds of different sections that will make it super easy for everybody to just to pick a block and just style it away as they want. Hi David, just want to know when the lifetime deal for Groove is going to increase in pricing. There is no date for that. That this is not a date that will go live publicly, because I don't know what the reason behind it is. That's just what I know. There will no be an announcement. The price will just increase once, and then it is going to be much higher. Um, I believe it was talked about that it will be even 1999. I believe almost $2,000 for a lifetime price. As we're adding on new features and fixes and things like that, the people that invested earlier, like there was a customer on the Groovian. He said that I invested when it was 2 times 4.99, like it was $1,000, and now it is going to be double that. So those people that are staying with us for longer will always have the best deal. So if you are promoting, or in case you're thinking about upgrading, do it as soon as you can. I see complaints about the Groove Academy and the training being all over the place. I'm seeing members offering courses on how to better learn how to use Groove. Shouldn't the Groove team be the best teachers of Groove? Brian, that's correct. But if you have a look at the Groove Academy, most of the things are old because we're developing so quickly, and it's just like hard to stay on top of things. And I'm actually doing that right now. I'm coming up with, probably tomorrow or even next week, I believe next week when I have more videos. So far I created like 60 different videos on the topics of using Groove. But even with the last week's changes, I had to recreate all of my videos again, even before I put them online. So a lot of things go and are old because we are developing so fast. And I agree with you. It's hard to look through different sections and know where things are. I can show you. I already showed it a couple of different previous videos, but I'm going to show it again. What I'm working on is going to allow people to just see into the whole Groove system as and see the tutorials as when they are in the in the software. So let me just share my screen on here. So this is going to be like a limitless list. Something like when you go into GrooveFunnels, you see the dashboard. There are different apps like GroovePages, GrooveSell, GrooveAffiliate, GrooveMail, GrooveMember, GrooveVideo, GrooveKart, GrooveBlog, GrooveProof, and so on. So each and every one of these will have its own different categories. For example, when you're in the dashboard, you can go into integrations and then see those integrations. I'm recording the videos for each and every one of these integrations. I'm doing Campaign Monitor today. I'm doing I believe Pipedrive as well today, and Zapier. So there is a lot of things that are happening. It's just taking a lot of time. So um, and the same thing for account details, for billing settings, for partner program, what are unique sign up sales, and so on. Groove pages, like intro to Groove pages, what is Groove pages, how to get into Groove pages, what are the differences between free and platinum, and how to create Groove pages, so it just goes on and on and on. As you can see, I already created quite a lot, but there's still so much. I didn't put in all of these. Like I did the layouts, I did the text elements, list elements. So there's a lot, and it by the time I go through, for example, the publishing, I had a full-on section for publishing. I had to redo it completely last week when the publishing options came out. So I agree with you. It's kind of a mess. It's all over the place because we are developing so fast that we are basically it's hard to keep up. Now I plan with this type of system, when something changes, like we change how users change the password, I can just come in here and just record and update this link, so that once this is in the user's hands, they can just click on the most up-to-date links. So yeah, there are plans, and I'm the kind of the training manager and the community manager. I know that it's a mess, and also we're going to be bringing the Groove Academy over to GrooveMember. So we are going to be planning a new structure and new taxonomy and categories for the videos, because the one that we have right now is just filled with information and videos that are not super needed right now. It's like the old videos of GrooveKart, which are quite useful to see even today, but the software has changed, and we have added on things and removed some things that were not good and things like that. So yeah, it's a process. There are people that are creating their own videos as well, but for example, one of the recent videos from one of the lady YouTubers that is a famous groovester and creating videos, she just posted a video a couple of days ago, which is already old because it's mentioning things that are like, um, we will have this and this, and it's not yet possible, but it's already possible right now today. So it's already old. The information is not correct. So it's just hard to keep up with the Joneses, as they say, because it's just moving so fast. When will the translation be valid for GrooveKart? I don't know what translation be valid for GrooveKart. Ahmed, whenever you're doing some sort of a store or a website, nowadays every browser have an instant translate option. So even if you don't do the translations for your own website, your users will be able to see the translated version of the website. In case you're talking about the software side of things being translated, we are not focusing right now on that one, because we are focusing on the core functionality of how it works, like different states and taxes and shippings and integrations with different suppliers and things like that. The languages within the builder, at this moment, we are not focusing on hard like heavily. For GroovePay, do we just go to groovepay.com and sign up, or is there a place we go for the new? It's not instant approval, it's near instant approval. Mike said, I believe instant, but it's near instant. So it says, it basically how it goes: you go to GroovePay, and yes, you need to go to GroovePay. You go to GroovePay, you fill out an application. Once you filled out an application, which may take even 15 minutes for you, so it's not the application process that you're filling out is counted, but from when you click that, the moment that you get approved. Sometimes people need to see your landing pages, and sometimes basically not the people, but sometimes GroovePay need to see your landing pages and websites and what you're selling, and we'll ask you more questions. But most of the time, there will be a very quick approval in case you give all the information that is being asked. So it's a near instant approval. It's not instant approval, and it's not available for all countries right now. Hi David, I imported products from AliExpress to my GrooveKart store using premium Dropify, but only one image is visible in my online store. Why all the images are not showing up? I actually reached out to the GrooveKart devs, and they said that there is some sort of a connection issue between Dropify, and that you should reach out to the Dropify customer service, because he says here the issue can be fixed only from the Dropify side. Reason we are giving the same API which is used on other apps and vendors, and Dropify as well. I know that Dropify are using a different method on their side, two-step process. First, they're importing all the text data plus a cover image, and then the next step, they are importing images and variants. So probably something is wrong on the second step. So Paolo, that's the answer to this one. If you would like, reach out to the Dropify support and see if there is a mishap somewhere. But at this moment, that's just what I heard from the devs. Kevin Stride, how can I change the product that is showing up in the marketplace? Currently, it shows my free product, but I want people to see the paid product in the funnel. My free funnel build is what shows in the marketplace. I want the G4G membership to show up. Or you can create a separate landing page for it. I know that would just create another link. So when you create a product funnel, the funnel itself starts with most probably, as you set it up, with a free product, then you upsell them, and so on and so on. There are two things that you could do. One is to clone the product funnel and then show one in the marketplace and just hide the second one from the marketplace. That's something that you could do. Or you could just leave it as it is, because people like to get free stuff. Like with GrooveFunnels, even when you're promoting GrooveFunnels as an affiliate, you first give people the free product. And this is what the people promoting your affiliate program would be able to do as well. They would first promote the free product that you're giving them, and then the paid product, which is most of the funnels work this way today. So I don't see an issue with that. I don't know if you want that or not, but then you have two options, like clone it and then just decide to show one in the marketplace, and then decide not to show one in the marketplace. Of course, the one that would show in the marketplace, you can just delete the first product and make the actual paid product the main product or the front end product. Hello again, David. I'm writing on a pillar post with multiple sites like this, digital marketer, digital marketing. Would you recommend using GrooveBlog or should I use GroovePages? That's a great question. Pillar posts are great, and they are going to bring in a lot of authority into your site when it starts ranking on Google. The thing is that at this moment, if you write down a pillar post, you don't really necessarily need to think of in terms of the platform you're using right now. What my suggestion is, if you really want to focus on having your business on GrooveFunnels, then use GrooveBlog. Okay, as Mike mentioned yesterday, if you want to use WordPress and all of its extra functionality that you can build on top of WordPress, use WordPress. My suggestion why I would use GrooveBlog is for smaller blogs that I want to rank fast and I just want to get it out there. And I just want, for example, a review blog on the topic of Groove, or a review blog on the topic of, I don't know, something else. These small blogs, which you can develop fast and doesn't require a lot of tinkering with themes and so on, that I would develop on GrooveBlog. WordPress would be something I would use for more beefed up websites that I want a lot of different categories, a lot of different options, a lot of customization features and things like that. So depends what you're developing. This is how I would suggest it. In case you're creating something that you need a lot of options and a lot of power, then just don't have to do it on GrooveBlog, because it will not allow you all that customization options and all the features that other blogging platforms have and website platforms have. But if you're doing something that you just want to get up and running as soon as possible and you don't really need all those power features, then just go with GrooveBlog. It's there, it's simple, it's free for you, it's just like available, it's within the dashboard, and it's just super accessible, I believe, for everybody right now. And from next week, we are going to be putting in limits. So each and every free member will have one blog limit, and then each platinum member will have unlimited number of blogs. That's coming next week. All the squeeze page templates have one button. Can I add two buttons on my squeeze page? One button for yes and one button for no. You don't really need a no. If somebody comes to your page, if they just don't want it, they will just leave. Like, you don't really need a button. Where would the button leave or lead? What would you do with that button? Would you just close the page? Or most of the squeeze pages are like the first thing that the people see. It's like an opt-in page where the people come. So there is really no need for a no button. On the pop-ups, if you're thinking about something like that, on the pop-ups there could be a no, because then the no will close the pop-up. But if somebody clicks on yes, that will actually show the next step in the pop-up, or it will just submit the actual form, but there really is no need for a no button. What will be the largest file size we will be able to upload for GrooveSell and GrooveKart? I want to have large files with videos and software for customers to download. At this moment in GrooveMember, you can upload 200 megabytes, but that's basically it. I don't really see the reason why you would need to actually upload large files into Groove. Definitely, Groove is not the hosting company. If you are doing some large files, use something like I don't know, Google Drive or Dropbox, or use a hosting platform. Most of these hosting platforms, you can create a direct link which creates, for example, if you get that direct link, you connect it with a button. If somebody clicks the button, it just downloads it immediately. There is no way for the customer to know where is it coming from. So Groove is not a hosting platform. It will never give a lot of hosting place in there. There are hosting platforms like mega.nz, which gives you, I believe, 50 gigabytes for free. There are other platforms I saw. I don't remember the names, but there is one that gives 100 gigabytes for free. You can just Google it. Most of them, they give you either a direct link or a shared link that basically the customer goes there and clicks a download button. So even though GrooveSell and GrooveKart will never, or not never, but it will not allow huge files, there is just other ways to do it, and it doesn't have to be inside Groove. So I, even if the files can be uploaded within Groove, I just find it like I'm more used to just getting everything on Google Drive and getting those links, creating maybe a direct link from it, and just using that. It's also somewhere where you have access to all the time on your mobile phone. You can just go into that drive file if you just need to do some changes on it, or if you need to like categorize it for yourself. It's much easier and manageable on these hosting platforms other than on Groove. But that's again just my opinion. Much easier to do it somewhere outside. I'm pretty sure I recently saw a place to add a custom video for affiliates. Is that true? If so, where is that? A custom video for affiliates. Not sure, Kevin. There were talks about a new affiliate feature, which I can share here, which Mike was talking about recently. And this is not recently, it was on the last Groovium video, where you go into the promo tools. So if you go to apps, GrooveSell, and for your own products, when you're setting up the promo tools within the tools section on the left hand side here, and it will load any second now. Here, affiliate portals and tools, you can go in and then manage these tools further. I believe this here. Yeah. So if you click on the cogwheel button, then this will pop up. Use custom resources tutorial, and then you can put in the custom resources video link. You can do it your own, or you can just use the one that was created from Groove. And I don't know where that link is. I believe it is on the YouTube channel somewhere. You can use that one. I'll need to find it, but there is a full-on tutorial that was usually here we go, promotional videos. No, I will need to find it. It is here somewhere. So you can use that one or your own. If you upload something on Groove Video, then you can enable that tutorial. And this feature is super awesome. I love this. Steve Dahlia. Steve is creating a product which is like an insurance for different states in America, and he wasn't able to use affiliate marketing because he has a lot of different states. Each state has a different product. Now with this on one promo tool, he can enable different states. So he can create a product for, I don't know, Arizona, Texas, each and every one of these can be a separate product with a separate affiliate system, with a separate everything, but all to show up on one in one promotional dashboard, which is awesome. So Steve, if you're watching this one, this will help you big time. Yeah, so that's something I believe Kevin was asking for this affiliate video. How can I create a page content for blog post in GrooveKart? Page content for blog post is created most probably just like any other content. There's a difference. Like probably there will be a big featured image, then a little bit of maybe shared icons or something like that, then the title, and then you start putting out the content. There is no recipe for it. Just have a look how other blogs are constructed, and you just create a new page in GrooveKart. You go to the GrooveKart builder, then you go to pages, and you just add a page. and there you just name the page like how to do, and you just construct it, put on the content, and that's it. A page, it's a content page on your store. If I have several options of one product and want to give the option to buy multiple, do I have to make a ton of thank you pages? Not necessarily. Depends what your product is, but some of the thank you pages just say, thank you for your purchase. You will receive an email with the confirmation of your purchase soon. Click here to go into the membership area. Click here to go to access your products, or click here to see or join the group or something like that. So you don't necessarily need to mention anything about the products on your thank you page. You can just say, thank you for your purchase. You will receive an email soon from this and this email. Make sure you check the spam and the junk folders as well, just to not miss it. And then you can give one button which will lead them to the community, to the membership area, to the actual access of the product and things like that. So you don't need multiple thank you pages, even if you're selling multiple products. Just make it easier for you. Try to not overcomplicate it. Paulo, David, last time you explained how to make a call to action phone number clickable in landing page, but still not understand. Can you please make a quick demo for that? Actually, recorded a video for that, and it is going to be added on the list I showed you earlier. For now, as I said, last on this Tuesday, the custom, like the source code option, which is here on my end because I'm an admin user, it was removed for the regular users. You previously, the people were able to go in there and then find the actual buttons and then change the linking and things like that. At this moment, that is not possible. If you would like to have a call to action, something with a text, for example, need a PC repair, if you want to link this, if somebody clicks this text, then you can just select this text and click this chain icon, which will allow you to type in an address or a link. In our case, it is going to be TEL column and then a number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Once you click enter, if somebody clicks now the need a PC repair, this is going to be calling that number immediately, which is basically linking a text to a button. And this is a preview, and the links don't work here. I just wanted to show you how it will look like. If you want to manage this text, you can underline it, and you can also make it white so it doesn't look any different. It's just that if somebody clicks on it, it just starts calling them. So there are two functions, which is TEL, and then column, and then there is another one which is mail to column. The TEL function will start a call, or will put in the phone number that you type in here. So if it would be TEL 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on, if you type in this one as a link in this chain icon and you press enter, then this will be the actual telephone number that will be set up to call immediately. If you're typing in mail to, and if you add on like name at mail.com, this is how it will work. So basically, if somebody clicks a button where this is the function, where this is set up as a link, then immediately the email software will open either on your phone or on your computer, where you're just immediately able to write an email to this address over here. So these are the two functions I use most often, tell and mail to. There are other functions which are not super often used by me, so that's why I don't know it. But that's how you do it. At this moment, as I said, linking a button to one of these functions is not possible, but you can link a text. So you just say, click here to call, or click to call, or just type in the number over here. I've seen that done a lot of times. So plus da 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 da, and if somebody clicks on here, it has the actual functionality of number. It starts calling immediately if somebody clicks the contact number. So that's just what I suggest you to do. Hopefully that helps. Jacob is here. Is there a way to add 2-line sentences in a button that are different font sizes? No, that's something that ClickFunnels does. We don't have that inbuilt functionality yet. There is a way to do it in a CSS, and probably the more advanced users that understand CSS could be able to teach you. I just don't know CSS that well, so that I don't like to tinker with the code. But yeah, it's possible if you know some CSS. Is there a URL where we can find all your tutorials? I know there must be. There is youtube.com at this moment. All of my tutorials are there. There is going to be, as I showed earlier, I don't know if you saw, there's a document that I'm compiling everything that can be found within the software. It's just taking me a long time because I'm doing also other stuff with management of the community, with answering the tickets, with developing the software, being on meetings, and just like we just wrapped up with a fast start marketing lab as well, and so on. So a lot of things are happening. So it takes some time. There will be a link shared, I believe, next week. I will not say this week because I know that it will not be, the majority of Groove pages will not be done this week, but probably next week I will share out that document which has all of the links to the videos that show you how to use the software. Will the upcoming webinar updates look and function same as Groove pages? Will the upcoming GrooveKart updates look and function the same as GroovePage? What I mean is, will it have some functionality like mobile first and background videos? Mobile first. The GrooveKart is already mobile optimized. Even if you click on the mobile button on the top of the screen when you're editing it, that's not how it's going to look like when you actually preview it from a mobile device. So when you're developing GrooveKart stores, use your own mobile device. And this is how you check. Whenever you click the save button, that saves it automatically online, so you can actually preview the changes on your device there. So use your mobile device in order to check for how things look like on a GrooveKart store while you're developing it. Other thing, the background videos. I don't know about background videos. You can request it. It's groovekart.canny, so canny.io. So groovekart.canny.io. If you go on there, you can request it or upvote that feature request. At this moment, I don't really know if that is something being worked on or not. Will GrooveKart have the backend open like Shopify, develop custom functions via code? I don't think so. There is less and less code functionalities to being able to modify. Why Shopify has the code open in order to allow developers to create themes and things like that. We are going a different route right now with GrooveKart. In Shopify, you cannot just start and you cannot create your own theme. With GrooveKart, you actually can create any kind of theme that you like. You have a visual builder, which Shopify doesn't have a visual builder. They have a page constructor, which is very limited to the actual theme or a template that is being used on there. So the two software is different already in that type of aspect. So you don't really need to tinker with the code if you don't want. We will have an open SDK which will allow customers to create, and basically developers to create extra apps for GrooveKart, for GroovePages, and for other things. That is coming closer to the end of the year. But I don't think we are going to be opening the code for the users to tinker with it. And we just removed it from GroovePages as well because it was giving headache, and for the users as well. They thought they did good, and then they went to support, and like I believe I found around 60 to 70 tickets still open because of the code editor. They went in there and modified something that broke their sites, and the support is still still overrun with those. That creates huge delays for support, that creates frustrations not only for those people that use the code, but also for those people that are still waiting for support to answer and help them. So this is why the code functionality was removed in GroovePages as well. Think they'll ever make Groove community for memberships. Um, that's something I'm hoping for, and I believe I talked about this already 5-7 times. There are platforms out there that I really like, and I, as a community manager, I can tell you I hate Facebook. And if there wouldn't be a community of Groove on Facebook, I would probably not even use it, because I don't like how they do business. Whenever you're trying to run ads, they just decline it for no reason. There is no explanation. Uh, Whenever, for example, I was banned multiple times for no reason at all, just like put on pause for 30 days, you cannot do anything. I don't like Facebook. So one of the things that I really like is that there are outside communities, third-party communities that you can create for yourself. And I know the majority of those platforms: Tribe, Circle. There is also CrowdStack. There is also a new one which I don't fully remember the name. Disciple, I believe it's called. Which I really like, those types of community platforms, but they are super expensive. I was talking with Donna and trying to explain the benefits of having something like that, which I believe she understands. But again, people are on Facebook, people are on social, and people like to share things. When you're in the community, you will not share things that much. And yeah, so there are pros and cons of both, but I really do hope they will do that, or they will decide and say, yes, okay, David, we'll listen to you. What do CC and PP under the referrer mean? So CC is a credit card if somebody is using a credit card, and the PP is PayPal. If somebody is has a credit card and a PayPal account or something like that, there is going to be usually CC2 or PayPal 3 or something like that. That's happening if the content provider or the person selling the actual products have multiple credit card payment gateways, like you have 2-3 Stripe accounts connected to your GrooveSell checkout, or if you have multiple PayPal accounts. Like I can have a look here. If we go on GrooveFunnels, groovefunnels.com, on here you'll see probably that like PP and CC, because yeah, here we go. So CC2, that means that is the credit card processing 2, which is all connected within the GrooveSell, and this is the PayPal account 1 is going to be processing the payment if somebody purchases the upgraded version on here. So it's basically that. There's this is just for I don't even know why it needs to be shown on there, but it was explained to me, but I didn't fully understand it. So there are reasons why it shows up there. I need help with an issue with GroovePage. Okay, that's that's nothing that I can do about that. Unfortunately, I don't know what the issue is. I don't know what exactly you need help with. So if you ask a question and not say a statement, I may be able to help you. And that's something that I just answered recently. Any step-by-step setting up GrooveBlog video recommended? No, and there will be one once the GrooveBlog functionalities that are necessary come out. I can tell you what we're working on right now. There is we're working on, we've almost finished with the code embed functionality, so that you can put in different codes, like put up a quiz inside your post, or you can put up banners, or you can put in some ads in the middle of your posts. We have fixed the navigation functionality. When you went in and then you wanted to do some change some links, you change the link here, you click to change the link here, but it opened up on the bottom menu and people were like, where do I go? So that was done. We also added on the functionality of changing the colors of your navigation bar, changing the color of the background of your content, and also the footer color. What else? We added on a Groove Video, so you'll be able to go into Groove Video, copy over a link, and then just paste it in. It will open up a nice Groove Video player in your posts. what else? Oh yeah, we fixed this. They were not fixed, but improved the scheduling. Now when you choose a date and time, which is in the future, it will say schedule. The button will say schedule, and if you go back to your post, then it will be a there are different statuses of the post. Like one is going to be scheduled, and one can be in draft, and the other one will be live already. That was done. What else? Next week we are going to be working on navigations. Like you can put in subheadings and subcategories into your blogs, and then after that we're working on some sidebar functionalities for showing up different ads, and what to hide, what to show, and things like that. So there's a lot of things happening, and at this moment it's just a heavy development phase, and it doesn't make sense to create a step-by-step video. We are going to be pausing the development, like heavy development at GrooveBlog, within a month, I believe. And then I will create a step-by-step training on that. But at this moment, it just doesn't make sense, because like almost every day there is something that we're either fixing, improving, or adding on. So yeah. The single screen override is not as good as before. It's pretty annoying sometimes, because there are still styles go to do on individual screen. Will the devs improve it or revert back? We will not revert back. We're going to improve it. Like the same amount of energy is needed to actually bring back the old code than to improve the new code. So going forward is the plan, not going backwards. My suggestion is just use pre-made templates and pre-made blocks when you're designing or editing or creating your pages right now, because those are already mobile optimized. Those are already styled properly. Those are so our designers created the majority of the styling, so you don't have to. And this is what we are planning to go into. Like we are going to give you most of the things will be already pre-made, so you don't really need to design your own stuff. There are going to be still functions that will allow you to design that, but those functions will not be front and center for everybody to see immediately when they go into the builder. Now when you go into the builder, it's like, oh my god, so many options, I don't know what to do. And this is an overwhelm that we can easily fix just by putting in the things that are used most often. For example, if you put on a text element on there, you don't necessarily want to see the layout functionalities and the shadows and the custom attributes and the things like that. If you're just starting to use the software, it's like a information overload, and is just an overwhelm for the new users. And then the styling functionality that we added on is like the first phase into the new way that we're going with GroovePages. We're going to have one of the strongest platform out there for building out funnels and websites, but we're going to do it very, very simply. That will cater also to the new users and also to the more advanced users. Leon, can you please show us how to make use of the new domain hosting on Groove? You have the option to link the domain to GroovePage, GrooveSell. Is the URL for GrooveSell still a subdomain? You can use a subdomain and you can use a custom domain. I recorded a video that I will be sharing out to the group. It is still being worked on. So at this moment, the GrooveSell domains can be connected as easily as the GroovePages in case you want to use the root domain. However, in case you want to use a subdomain, there is some extra steps needed in order to do that. And I was kind of holding back on creating a video on that because the devs are working on right now on improving the publishing functionality. So I don't really know, should I post a video about that right now and then redo a new video, or just wait until the new functionalities are in. Basically, we'll have features that understand that there is a root domain already connected to Groove. So if you would like to use the same domain, it will allow you to do subdomains on top of that domain and automatically edit the CNAME, or basically the DNS record, so you don't have to go and tinker with those. At this moment, you need to manually create a subdomain. You need to manually go and tinker with the DNS records, and it's just like it doesn't look good on a video, and that's the only reason I didn't record a video yet. There is a video that I recorded, which is not the easiest to follow for everybody, so that's why I didn't just publish it out yet. But I'm going to talk with the devs and see where they are, and if it is like just in a couple of days that this improved functionality will be available, then I'm just going to hold back and then just do a new video once that is out. If there is a lot of time needed for that, then we're just going to publish this one out that we have right now. I just saw an ad on YouTube. Do mess your platform offer POD services with POD dropshipping companies such Printful, Printify, Spod, CustomCat. We do have Printful. We don't have Printify, Spod, and CustomCat. We don't have those, but we have Printful. But yeah, we have dropshipping and print on demand already been built in. There are platforms like Shopify which need to have an external app called Oberlo or something like that. We have that already built into GrooveKart. We also have Dropify. We also have what's the name? Tscape for print on demand. We also have Slingly. Slingly is an app that we also have inbuilt that you can connect to, which kind of is a lot of things that you can do. Will GrooveBlog be updated to all the powerful? No, we don't try to be WordPress. We will have the core functionalities that the blog needs, but not all the WordPress things, because if you have a look at what functionalities you use in WordPress, you probably just use around 10 to 30% most probably, and the rest is not even needed. Like, a lot of things is just unnecessary and just like, yeah, I don't know. Power users most probably use a lot of that, and those developers that develop themes go into each and every nook and cranny of WordPress, but that's just not something that a simplified blogging platform needs. What's the price expected to increase, or when is the price? I don't know. This is not something that we are going to announce. Yeah, I don't know when. I don't really, I don't know myself. I would probably go and ask ask that question. um I love the idea you gave for GrooveBlog. I was wondering how to use it. Yeah, so easy blogs, like if you plan to do 10, 20, 30 blog posts, you can just, and even more you can already do. But at this early stages, I wouldn't recommend to do power news blogs on there, because you're just not created for that. If you need a blog or news website, let's say it like that, that will have more than 1,000 blog posts, and it's like you have, I don't know, 3 content writer and a whole slew of people working on developing that, GrooveBlog will probably not be the platform you will want to use, because it just doesn't allow all the functionalities of and the features that you will need. But in case you're a solopreneur or you're creating something for a business in order to use the content marketing methods, absolutely, GrooveBlog is great already for that. We're just missing one of the features that needs to come out, and I cannot wait for it to be out, and that's the publishing functionality for a blog, in order to allow you to do a custom domain or a subdomain on a custom domain, so that you're not using grooveblog.com anymore, but you're using your own domain.com. This is a key core feature that is being worked on. We're improving the publishing functionalities, and we'll be adding on more and more apps into our ecosystem. But once that comes out, basically you're unstoppable. Really struggling to use Groove because Groove Mail isn't up yet. I've now heard that it won't be available until May 1st. No. What service do you suggest to use in the meantime? Like, GrooveBlog was up, but people didn't really use it. That's why we needed to extend the functionality, or not the functionality. We needed to extend the waiting period because we didn't have enough email sends. By the time we got enough email sends in order to allow importing contacts, then some of the users decided that they want to just go out there and abuse the system. Now it is on hold for sending due to that. It is not May 1st, it is going to be April. In the April timeline, we'll be able to start using GrooveMail again. However, I believe importing contacts will be somewhere around May. So I don't have the full clear dates yet on that one, but importing contacts will be somewhere in May. What to use in the meantime? Use something that you can use for free. Aweber, you can have free, I believe, 100 free contacts. You could use MailChimp, or if you want to tinker with some things like webhooks and things like that, there is a very good platform which I heard of. Is called no, I'm not sharing my screen. I believe it's called Sender. Not quite sure. Let me see. Sender.net. Yeah, free forever. They have up to 2,500 subscribers, up to 50,000 emails a month. They have all the features, and the pricing is super good. So Sender.net, they compare themselves with MailChimp, Constant Contact, Aweber, and if you know how to use webhooks, then I would suggest Sender. If you don't know how to do that, then use some of the ones that we are already integrating with: MailChimp, Aweber, GetResponse, um, ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign has the closest sequence builder like what GrooveMail has. So there's a lot of things that that you could do. Yeah, so Aweber is the one that I would suggest, and after that, if you want MailChimp. I have a problem with my GrooveKart. Every time I add products or items from AliExpress, they don't display on iOS iPhone. They can only be viewed properly on Android phones. And why? Why is this? Why is it so slow while loading page while customer is viewing items? I don't know. I don't know who you are, but feel free. Just please reach out to the support. If this is something in the software that is software related, we'll need to look into this one because we don't want this to happen. So feel free to reach out to support and let them have a look. They have the ability to look into the settings of your store, and then they can just do that from there. I wouldn't be able to say like, oh yeah, this is happening very often because of that. Unfortunately, I cannot. Okay, so my GrooveMember site is not loading properly, and students complained a lot. And in addition, not mobile optimized. It's not mobile optimized, and we never said that it was. We are adding on functionality. Like last week, we added on the disable member functionality. We're getting there slowly. I don't know the loading properly, what that means. Why is it not loading properly? And what the students complained a lot. Feel free to reach out to our support so they can actually prioritize some of those changes. But I don't know what loading properly means. I believe you mean loading on a mobile device. That's something we know about. That's something that we will be working about, will be working on. But at this moment, it's just not the top priority. The top priority is to put in the functionality that is needed to be able to run on a even on a desktop device. So yeah, there are still missing features that we need to improve in order to then go and mobile optimize it. A client has a WordPress site with 5 public pages: home, about, services, contact, order, and lots of non-public pages and email. Can I create their main 5 pages in Groove and leave their other pages in WordPress? And also, what happens with their email? Their email, if you mean, Darcy, that they have it with their hosting platform, with their webmail, that's not something I explored on how to actually transfer it. But you can look into like Google transferring webmail from hosting to a G Suite or Zoho or something like that. Those are good platforms which allow customization and extra mailboxes for the users, additional users in the company. So I actually personally myself never explored those options, but I believe it's just one Google away. if I need to answer, can you transfer their 5 pages and leave the other pages in WordPress? You can. I don't know what kind of other pages those are. We also have the ability to hide pages, and not only hide them in the builder, but hide them from Google as well. Um, I don't know what kind of pages there are, but if they have some kind of custom abilities like content locking, then you probably can leave it in WordPress. If you want to transfer the email, then you would need to look into like transferring the actual content of the emails, the accounts of the emails, everything over to a platform like G Suite or something like that. Can you integrate a personalized video on the thank you page for your funnel? You probably can. We don't have those those functionalities. Like Groove Video doesn't do these personalized videos. There are platforms out there that you can have that, but it's just embedding. So most of the video platforms will allow you to embed a player, will give you the code that you can take, copy over and paste it in on your pages, and you can do that with most of these video platforms that come on the marketplace today. Norris, I'm still having issues in edit mode of different devices, still messing up the other pages. What I saw in the video you told me of isn't helping, neither is support. What's my next option? I don't know why. Like most of the people at this moment are using the new functionalities, and the video that I shared is the way to work with it. I don't know what kind of pages are you working on, but my suggestion is take the design blocks already that were created, or take a template that is available in the template library, and then have a look at my video, and using that video you can know that any kind of styling changes will apply on all of the screens except spacing and sizing. So there is nothing that can either work or not work. Like, this is how it works. And if you understand spacing and sizing, like in the right hand sidebar there is like text layout, there is an option for size and space, or spacing and size. If you modify those options, then it will only change on one particular device at a time, except if you turn on the single screen override mode. I don't know, record a video, Norris, have a look, at the video again, try to use some custom template, not custom, but pre-designed templates and blocks, and try to just play with those. Try to figure out how it works. If you cannot figure it out, like record a short Loom video or something, a screen recording, and share it in the community, and then we can have a look, and the community members or me, I can assist it further. With all you're doing, aren't you glad you're only 24 hours in a day? I actually am sad that there are 24 hours in a day. Today I had 5 meetings. I also tested 3 different softwares, and I provided my feedback, and I managed to do 6 different videos. On top of that, I'm doing this live stream, and after that, I still need to go back and record videos. So there's not enough time in the day to actually do everything that needs to be done. I wish I could just duplicate myself, copy paste, but that's just not an option at this moment. Does GrooveMember allow second admin? No app in our ecosystem allows a second admin except GrooveKart. GrooveKart, you can add on extra people in order to be able to assist you or manage different parts. Like you can add on multiple different users, one to manage the orders, one to manage the help desk, one to manage the products and things like that. But other apps in our ecosystem, they don't have the extra users option. Hey David, not related to this session, but just finished the book you recommended by MJ DeMarco. Must read for everyone. Thanks for the recommendation. I always have it here, guys, and I will promote it a little bit. These are my 2 favorite books, both of them by MJ DeMarco. He's a guy that is tired of the system, and these are the books that, if you want to look into my head, these are the 2 books. One is called Unscripted, and it's called Life, Liberty, and Pursuit of Entrepreneurship by MJ DeMarco. And the next one is called Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. He swears, he talks about things that you may not want to hear, that you may not want to believe in, but definitely a must read if you want to just know how to think about stuff and how to understand how to get rich and how to not work uh, constantly and just be feeling bad. These two books will help you definitely. As I said in some of my previous videos, um, my goal every year is to reread these two books, because they give me clarity to go on through the whole year, and it's just like it's like a mind wipe. Jason, I'm happy that you actually got them and that you read them, because I truly think this is a must read. How to connect phone icon with a phone number. I don't think you can right now. You That is something that our devs are working on. We will be able to choose colors, images, icons, and yeah, basically that's it. Videos, no. So colors, not colors, buttons, icons, and images, and then link it to a phone number or a um, or an email address. At this moment, via it's not possible. How do I make a hyperlink not change color? I made a white font telephone number on a black background. Tell hyperlink, but it changes to the blue and it's hard to read. If you override it, this is with the text options. I don't know if you tried that. Let me share my screen. So if you do this, so over here now you have this blue hyperlink. If you select it, you make sure that it is underlined and then again ununderlined, and then you override the actual color to be white, and when you go out it will be white, because that's a color override. If you just selected the text and set it up with with uh, with these kind of options, then it will not stay white, because the hyperlink is an override. Everything you do with this one, it's overriding these settings on here. So yeah, let's just preview it. You see, with the override, I have put on white color, and I still have the button. I have this like a cursor on my end where I can click on, but because of the override, it is going to function as a link. Is it possible to create several funnels in one GroovePages? GroovePages is the platform. If you're thinking about site, then yes, you can do that. Over here, I can share it. So this is one site where we are writing. You can create a lot of pages, unlimited number of pages, and you can create unlimited number of funnels. As you can see here, I was testing it out. I have a lot of funnels created. Each and every one of these funnels can have also unlimited number of pages. So if you want a fitness funnel, then you can go in here. If you want to go into, I don't know, another fitness funnel, then you go in here. In case you want to go in your free email course funnel, then you go in here. So each and every one of these funnels you can consider as a folder, which has additional pages that you categorize separately for the purposes that you need. So yes, you can have as many funnels as you prefer. GrooveSell checkout page needs some elements for credibility. It looks very clean without icons like Visa, MasterCard. You can create your own custom checkout pages. I don't think that we are going to be adding it on automatically in the checkout. I may be wrong, but I don't think that this is going to be done. But it can. I don't really have an answer clearly for that. You can do it right now if you design your checkout page. There are already templates for those checkout pages already that you could use, and in there you can put in like Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, da 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 da. So that can be done, but I don't know if we are going to be building it in the checkout widget. Okay, David, when is GrooveMail would be fully released and integrated to Chatmatic? I don't have a date because we are not only developing it ourselves. Chatmatic also needs to develop their software, so I don't have a clear date on that. Can support move GrooveKart site from one user to another since there is not share or agency? Build a GrooveKart site for a client, have it transferred to another client Groove account? No, because it's database connected. It's not possible to move something from one account to another account through the database. It's very complex, and it's just probably not something that we want to go into. Moving GrooveKart stores can be a feature request, Darcy. If there is none yet, you can just create it and have people upvote it on groovekart.kenny.io so that it can be shared. But at this moment, that is not possible. Is there going to be a way to integrate Printify via API? I don't have an answer to that. We are going to be integrating with a lot of different things. As I said, we are going to also have SDK, which is going to allow these companies like Printify and I don't know, Shine On and things like that to create their own apps like they did in Shopify. So to allow to allow all kinds of integrations and connections with different things. We'd love if you could clone yourself. I would love that as well. I would probably be sleeping with one of my bodies, and then the other body would probably work here, and it would be like this. My wife wouldn't want that. I think even one of me is already too much for her, but yeah, it's like that's how it is. Please say the name of those two favorite books again. So it's the Unscripted by MJ DeMarco, Unscripted, and the Millionaire Fastlane. If you want to create a screenshot of this one, there will be a replay very soon, so you'll be able to see it. MJ DeMarco, best books in the world right now. Definitely something for your libraries. Hi, David. How would you go about viewing the HTML info on a block? I use the inspect feature on preview or publish page, but I wonder if there's an easier way. Viewing the HTML info on a block. I don't understand what you're trying to do. Like, you can view it, but you cannot modify it. There is no way to actually change the HTML code at this moment for a block. I don't really understand why would you need to do that, but at this moment there is no way to go into the code and then change it. If you right click inspect, then you can see it, but there is no easier way than that. Amira, I saw your DM. I'm going to go back to you. I just didn't have a chance to open those yet. Unscripted and the Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. They will change your thinking and your processes. Buy them for sure. We will not be sorry. There you go, Jason. High five. I completely agree with you. Is it possible to have information update across pages, nav menu changes on one page, auto updates on other pages, update to address, phone number in one place, updates across the site? Darcy, what platform? You're probably talking about GrooveKart, if I'm correct. In GrooveKart, navigations and footers are across all the pages already. So if you set it up on one page, then you will have on all pages. If you are talking about GroovePage, then that's not something that is possible right now. We will have global header and global footer soon. I don't have a date on that, but we'll have that soon, where you actually can manage that, but not at this moment. In case you create a footer and a header, then you can just save those blocks and then just add them on those pages where you want them. Whenever you do a change. GroovePages, yeah, I guessed. But yeah, there is no functionality for that right now. Cool. 1.5 hours, ladies and gentlemen, without any questions in front. So thank you very much for being here. I'm going to wrap this up. There is going to be a lot of news coming within the next weeks. We are heavily working on new functionality, not only for GrooveBlog or for Groove video, even for GroovePages and things like that. It's like everything is getting more and more streamlined and developed faster, and it's just like a choo-choo train, it's like every week there was going to be something. It's like a Christmas, as they say. Every week is a Christmas with Groove. This week the design team got a lot of things done. New blogs are coming and new designs are coming, so I'm looking forward to seeing those. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. Hopefully I got to answer your questions. We'll have another Q&A session on Tuesday, and then I'll get your questions answered then as well. So until then, have a pleasant rest of the week.